Well, on top of the leaderboard at the moment is Andy Jennings with 113 points, and it's very, very tight, just 1 point behind. Carl Garrett on 112. Dave Lane and Dave Vincent are tying on 111. A slight gap then down to Paul Garner with 106, followed by Rick Haynes with 104. Bob Roberts is next with 97 points, Adrian Smith on 92, and Keith Jenkins on 89. In 11th place, Jim Randall's on 88 points, Mark Tolan's 12th with 85. The last position likely to qualify for the match, Terry Hearns in 15th place.
So that's how things stand in the roving competition with just about 12 hours to go. And this is a bit that's going to really hurt. These anglers haven't slept at all. The question is now, do they sneak off into their bivvies for a few hours kip, or do they soldier on and try and improve those catches? Well, I'll tell you what, if it was me, there'd be no decision to make whatsoever. I'll see you in the morning.
Welcome back to the 1998 Travis Perkins Angling Masters. In the last hour, the very volatile leaderboard has changed yet again. The man behind me now, Andy Jennings, is on the top. Down on the river, it's really happening. Steve Ball's got a very big fish on that we're fairly sure is a barbel. It's in some quite dense weed at the moment, but it's just laying there. Fish do this sometimes, they get weed over their eyes, and they feel secure and they stop swimming. Tantalising distance out from that landing net. Dense weed in this swims. There's lily pads, underwater lilies and streamer weed. Fish is wallowing on the top. This fish in the net is Steve Bull in the lead.
Yeah!
And that's in the net.
Well done, brother! Yeah.
For 3 years, Steve Bull, you've come to this river on the quest for a barbel in the Masters, and this year you've done it. How does it feel?
I'm lost for words, to be honest with you, mate. Absolutely lost for words.
Look at that. Got a bit of a war wound.
Yeah, actually, it looks quite a kink in his body. So it's full of spine there as well.
It's a big fish.
Oh, I'm just lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. Except...
Yes!
Get it.
Yeah. What do you reckon he weighs, Steve? What do you reckon he weighs?
6, 9.
I don't know, yes, I don't catch barbel.
What's your biggest ever?
6.
You told me they were small ones 10 minutes ago. That's near a 10, I'll bet.
Really?
I'm quite good at fish weights.
$9.11. $9.11, brilliant.
That's 24 points on the button.
I can't talk. This isn't the time of talking.
What do you reckon?
£6.5?
Yeah. Carl Garrett's back up on Park Farm, this time Lake 2, and this bream's definitely going to boost his points.
6.9.
3 o'clock in the morning, and it looks like gonna be another sleepless night.
sunrise on the final day, 3 hours of the roving competition left, and Steve Bull's barbel has given him a 5-point lead ahead of Andy Jennings. Defending champion Bob Roberts has dropped down to 10th, but still likely to make the top 15 cut for the final. Now, Bob, we've not had a chat with you for a while.
No.
Seems like you've been quite busy.
Well, I've had a very quiet day yesterday. Had a great start to the event. You know, I was running in second place and I was chasing away at Steve Bull. And then it all fell apart. I caught virtually nothing yesterday. I spent all day trying to catch one of these. And in desperation this morning, I mean, I was on the verge of just calling it quits. And I've had 3 in 15 minutes.
Right, we're now down on Red House with Carl Garrett. He was in the lead. He's now in third, and he's trying to find a bigger roach. Carl, we can't get too near because you said that you wanted to crack on because it's now coming to the end of the competition. Talk us through what's happened so far.
This morning?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've only just started 10 minutes ago and had a roach smaller than 2 ounces, which is the one I've got, and I've just had a perch. I'm not sure yet, but it's bigger than the one I've caught previously. So that's 2 fish I need to improve on.
Now, Steve Bull was the overnight leader. He's now dropped down into second place, trailing Andy Jennings by 4 points. Steve, you did get your barbel, didn't you?
But finally, at last, the elusive barbel. Yeah, more than happy.
So was it a long, cold night?
It was bitter last night. I couldn't believe how much it dropped in temperature, but after I had the barbel, I thought, right, get a couple of hours sleep behind and then see how it goes this morning. So that's what I've done.
So with about an hour of the roving competition to go, Andy Jennings is in the lead by 4 points. Andy, talk us through what kind of night you've had. Obviously a fairly good one, nice bream there.
Yeah, but really it's been a disastrous night because I've lost a barbel, I've lost a river carp, and I've just managed to get this bream now, which has put me back in the lead. But really I should have had it all sewn up by now, but never mind. We've got the final match to come, so I'm looking forward to it.
And Rick Haynes is making his mark as well.
Apparently 24 points, yeah. I don't know where that puts me, but we'll find out. I know it's going to upset 1 or 2 people. How does it make you feel? Brilliant.
And with just 10 minutes to go of the roving competition, Carl Garrett's just chasing roach, just upping his points 1 at a time if he can. Dave Lane's found himself attached to a pike. They unfortunately don't count. He's still desperately searching to up his perch ante. He must get more points.
This is scoring control announcing the end of the roving match of the 1998 Masters.
Now, we've said all along that things can change so quickly in fishing, but we didn't really think they'd change this quickly because now, instead of being second, Carl Garrett is now in joint first place with Andy Jennings. Carl, what exactly happened on the results here?
Came in after the end of the roving section and looked at the result sheet and unfortunately for someone else, but fortunately for me, my carp was put in the allocated to someone else of £11.15 common caught yesterday.
So it's quite nice to be going into this final in joint first place. I mean, how do you feel about this one?
Oh, it's better, yeah. It's up to me now. I'm not relying on the person who's ahead of me to falter.
This is the end of the roving competition. From now on, it's all down to the match. And the joint leaders, it's as close as that, are Carl Garrett and Andy Jennings with 122 points. 7 points clear of Steve Bull with 115. Paul Garner's safe in 11th place. He's qualified for the final match. And in 14th place, joint, would you believe it or not, Keith Jenkins and Stephen Keir.
So it's the grand final next, the grand finale of this competition. 4 more hours of match angling still to look forward to, and this event still wide open. Perkins Angling Masters. We're now in the final straight. The top 15 anglers have made the cut, and they will now fish a 4-hour peg down match angling competition, and it really is wide open. So confirmation of the 15 anglers who'll be fishing the grand final shortly. Joint leaders Carl Garrett and Andy Jennings with 122 points. It's now down to match fishing skills and the luck of the draw. So this is it. In 4 hours we'll know the 1998 Master Angler of the Year. Finalists, over to you.
We're just about 30 minutes into the match, and on peg 5, Carl